Hello, fellow traders from around the world. This is Martin, and I'm welcoming you to another weekly video. We're going to look at finding winning trade ideas for September 17th to the 21st. That's this coming week. And if you want to receive a free 33-page ebook that describes some of my methods and the charting package, the special charts that I'm about to show you in this video, which are all color-coded, making it easy for you to understand what's happening to price action, then contact me. My name is, again, it's Martin, and send me an email. Please use your first name, okay? And my email is mskyj007@gmail.com. Okay, remember, trading is risky, and this is my risk disclaimer right over here. You can pause the video anytime and read the information. Always remember, when you're trading with real money, view this video at your own risk and never trade with more than you can lose, especially no more than 1 to 2% of your account balance. Okay, everyone, we're going to get right into the good stuff. Let's take a look at the charts, and as always, I start with the EURUSD chart. They are all daily charts. As you can see that these charts are color-coded to make things a lot easier and to help you understand what price action is doing. So when you see these price bars right here below the pink, okay, here's the pink. Below the blue, we're in a downtrend, and you should be looking for sell trades. And right here, you could have placed a pending sell stop right there, and you would have been into a nice trade. Right here is another area. We have an area that's sideways, so you can see the charts that I provide in this new course. Right here, you can see momentum is sideways. We look for a breakout right there, and here you could have gotten in. Let me just remove that. You could have gotten in right there, and you would have made your pips all the way down to here. Now, last week, and you know, when I produce these videos, I always give you levels, okay, that they are trade ideas that you can trade from, but remember to always understand where to put your stop loss, and whether the trade idea that I present you on a weekly basis, whether they make sense or not. So last week there are no trades because none of the levels triggered that I had on last week's video. But for this week, we're looking for buys above 117.37, and we're looking for sells below 115.18. You can see price is really just going sideways, okay, and you know, we can expect a little bit more of that before we have some sort of breakout. Okay, so those are my levels. Let's get on to the next chart, and we're going to move on to the British Pound USD. Now, last week I did mention buy above 130.54, which is right about there. You would have made the pips on this candle. This is the Thursday's trading right here with this. See this white big candle going up? Okay, so you would have made 55 pips based on my last week's recommendation. And for this week, this is what I see. Waiting for price to go above. You see this dashed blue line? That acts as resistance. So waiting for price to go above 131.56 before you can look at getting in. And on the downside, we have a very narrow range here. It's a bit more aggressive, but 130.18. So below 130.18 to the downside. Right now, we just have to wait and see. But those are my levels. Okay, and we're going to move on to the next chart, which is the Australian USD. And again, it's the daily chart. Now, my easy read chart's really interesting because you can see I'm using the regular candle colors, black for bearish, white for bullish moves. Okay, so the white are represented by buyers, the black are represented by the sellers, and I can also instantly change them to they're color coded. When you see the bright pink right here, that means there's momentum coming into the market. Bright pink along with pink right here below the 0 and pink here, this is the trending indicator. You would have gotten in a beautiful sell right there after this candle right there, and you would have, and if your stop is here, so here's your entry, here's your stop, 1 to 1, so you're risking this amount. If in other words, if price goes back and takes you out, takes your stop out, you've lost this amount in pips. But if you make, if you are rewarded with a good trade, 1 to 1, you would have made it here. Holding on to the trade, you would have made 2 to 1. So this would have been a huge good winner. And this is based on my trading course. The course is called Forex Success in 5 weeks. If you want a free 33-page ebook, please email me and I'll send you the ebook. Okay, so for this week, I'm looking for buys above 0.7226. My bias is to the downside because of this candle right here. Okay, let me just erase that and I'll switch back. This is a pullback, so price went down, price is in a pullback. I'm looking for a price to continue to the downside. Let me switch here. Just a second. There we go. And looking for sells below 0.7144. Okay, my bias is to the downside. Okay. Okay, here we have gold, you can see, and kind of gold is not really going anywhere. Again, I'll use my drawing tool. So we had a big reversal here to the upside. So this reversed from the support. This was a major support area that I had drawn in. And if you watch my weekly videos, I often draw support and resistance with these blue lines. They're usually on the charts well before price moves to those areas. So it's really important to follow my weekly videos every single week. And the best way to do that is subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so you can see price went down, reversed higher, went up to here to test the resistance. Price went down, price went up. So again, you can see sideways action. Take a look at the blue line here. See this blue line? It indicates that we're in a sideways move. There's very little momentum in the market. And again here, take a look. See how small these histobars are? These lines, coded, colored, green and pink, they're very small here, very small, so that we have very little trend direction. So again, we're waiting for a breakout above here, above this line, or we're looking for breakout below here. Okay, now we move on to, let me just take that off. Let me go to New Zealand USD. Again, you can see price broke out right here. This is what I teach you in the course. Price came back down, nice beautiful move, went up. This is a pullback, okay, and then we had a breakout to the downside, getting in. Let me just take that off. After this black candle, you would have gotten in right there, okay. Pink, you see, it all lines up, and this would have been pink. I'm just going to switch the charts to the color candles just for a second. Okay, take a look. See, we had the pink here. Pink broke below this line right here. Pink is below blue, which means we're looking for sell trades only for the conservative trader. Okay, so getting in, you would have gotten in right there, and you would have made some pretty good pips. Okay, so New Zealand. And now last week, there were no trade ideas with the levels I had posted. For this week, I'm looking for buys above 0.6612. And I believe my bias is to the downside. So look at sells below 0.6535. Okay, but remember, watch out. We are at if price comes down lower, we're going to first test the swing low here. But I believe it's going to, if it breaks here, of course it's going to go down lower. Let me just remove this. Let me move my chart. And there, I've drawn in this line. So if it breaks this area right here, price is going to go all the way down to at least this area right here, which is major support from way back. So this line is already drawn in for your convenience. Okay, now we move on to the next chart, and after that we get to the US CAD. US CAD was a really good winner for me last week. And I'm doing something that's kind of interesting. Take a look. Do you see this? Notation here? Okay. This red line, everything to the right side of this red line is what happened last week. Okay, so I make this very easy for you to follow my weekly videos. And you see, last week we had a huge down seller's candle right here, bearish candle on that was on the Tuesday, then Wednesday another huge bearish candle, and then Thursday a bit of a a doji right there. So usually that means that there's a bit of a reversal. I had drawn in these lines way back when, a long time ago, many weeks ago, and you can see that price did come back up, but sellers brought it back down again. So right now we're in a triangle consolidation, okay, and I'm looking for either a breakout to the upside above 130.84, to the downside below 129.67. So you have a little bit of patience. Wait for this price action to play itself out. We're in this triangle. You can see this triangle right here, okay? And then we'll have a breakout either to the upside or to the downside, okay? So let's remove all that. Let's get on to oil. Oil is, again, we had a huge up candle. You see this white bullish candle that happened on the Tuesday, Wednesday. It went all the way up to this line, this trend line, and sellers brought it back down to here, and then Thursday sellers brought it back down again. We start to see a little bit of green. When you see green above blue, we're looking really for buy trades, okay? And so you would want to look for a buy trade above this area right here, okay? That would be the aggressive entry. A conservative entry, you're looking for, see this area right here with the double top, okay? You're looking for a breakout above there. That would be the conservative entry for those people who are conservative. And again, for the to the downside, looking for price to break out below this level right here. And that would be your target right there, okay? Just follow this red line. So let it play itself out, and just have some patience when it comes to oil. Also, depending on what oil does, usually the Canadian dollar follows suit. The Canadian dollar is tied into oil, okay? Oil being a commodity, and that is one of the biggest commodities that Canada has, okay? So let's remove that and go on to US Swiss franc. Here again, you can see a lot of sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so looking for sells below 0.9628 and buys above 0.9758. We did make some money last week on this one, just only about 24 pips. It was and that was with a buy above 0.9724. It was an aggressive buy that was posted in the last week's video. Okay, now we move on to US Japanese yen. And US Japanese yen, again, it's very, we made a few pips last week, about 20 pips with and it was noted in last week's video, buy above 111.84, which is right above there. And you can see on Thursday the candle broke right above that. So you would have made some pips there. And for this week, we're looking for price to continue. I'm looking for continuation up to, take a look to the left side right there. Okay, right there. I'm looking for price to at least go to the previous swing high and looking for buys above 112.12 to the downside. Here we go, below 111.16. Okay, and let me just take that off. Okay, we're moving right along, and now we get to the euro British pound. It's a cross pair, okay, and you can see here last week, and that's the price action to the right side of this red vertical line. Okay, so I make this easy for you to understand what's going on. Last week on the Sunday, Monday, we had a big black candle, and take a look here, this dash blue line that acts as support. I teach you what that is in the new course. It's actually the 89 moving average. Okay, so price did not close below the 89. It kind of went sideways for the next 3 days, 3 small candles, then another big black candle, again closing right at support, the 89 moving average. So right now I'm looking for, I've got some tight levels here for you. Look for sells below 0.8886. Okay, again, that's kind of an aggressive move, because remember here, take a look at this blue trend line. That's long trend line from going from all the way back from May earlier this year. So if it does come down lower, it may test this area first and then come down. If it breaks that, it'll come down to this red dash line, which is a very powerful support level. It's a moving average as well. I teach you what that is in the course. Okay, so sells below 0.8886 and buys above 89.26. Okay, let me just take that off. We're going to move on to another cross pair, the euro Japanese yen. This case, let's see what happened last week. This was one of the biggest winners, 151 pips you could have made on this one, and I had posted last week's video, buy above 129.35. So let me use my crosshair. So I had a buy above 129.35. Okay, take a look on the right side, my price level. Okay, so right about there. Okay, let me just mark that in. So I had a buy trade above that level right there. Take a look. You would have gotten in your stop right there below that candle. Okay, I mean, you would have gotten in there, stop loss there, 1-to-1 at least here. And this candle on Thursday was a huge whopper move, and you would have closed your trade right here at the end of this candle. Why? Because we're so close to resistance, and I always say, if you've made a lot of pips, take them off the table, because you never know what's going to happen next. We did hit resistance, so chances are price would have reversed off this resistance level. And in this case, last week, this was good for 151 pips. Pretty good. So for this week, kind of an aggressive continuation to the upside, buy above 130.42, and to the downside, you would have to wait for price to come all the way down, but look for sells below 129.12. Okay, and we come to the euro AUD, and let me see, last week this is we made only a few pips, about 5-6 pips. For this week, I'm looking for, let's take a look here. Let's analyze the chart. So we had a huge breakout right there. Okay, see this candle right there? That's a huge momentum candle, broke out above this level here. So that's a momentum candle. I teach you that in the course. We have a pullback, one candle pullback. Then we had a positive move to the upside. Getting in right there would have made you all those pips. I mean, this was a huge monster move over the last couple of weeks. Now, last week, price really went up just a bit, came back down, and is now going sideways. So for this week, I'm looking for an aggressive buy above 162.87. And I say aggressive buy because it's going to test this area first. So if price breaks out above 162.87, it's going to come up to this level first. If it breaks out here, then of course it's going to go a lot further. To the downside, you'd want to sell below 161.07. Okay, And our final pair, the good old British pound, Japanese yen, called GJ, or a lot of people call it cable. That's another acronym for it. Anyways, let's take a look here. What do we have? See this big huge candle? Here's a huge momentum reversal candle. Small candles reversal to the reversal to the downside. Not a reversal. It's a pullback. So this is the huge momentum candle. This tells it all what's going to happen in the future. This is a pullback, another momentum candle there, and then finally another huge momentum candle there. So you would have gotten in there and you would have made some really good pips. But anyways, for last week, this also was good for 111 pips, and that's because in last week's video I had posted, I said buy above 144.25. 44.25, which was about here. Okay, so I had a buy above 144.25. Look at that. You would have made it on this candle and on this candle as well. So good for a lot of pips last week. So for this week, have to have a little bit of patience. I believe price could go higher. My bias is to the upside again, and look for a break above 147.10. Buys above 147.10. At the downside, sells below 144.45 to the downside. Okay, so this is what I see for the British pound, Japanese yen, and we're going to say goodbye. This is a short video this week. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. If you want more information, please send me an email with your first name. My email is mskyj007@gmail.com. My name is Martin. That's send the email for your free 33-page ebook. It's the new course, Forex Success in 5 Weeks. If you like watching the video, okay, remember to subscribe and click on the like button. Okay, it helps me a lot when I know that you guys are liking my weekly videos, and it's going to give me motivation to keep going. So take care, everyone. Safe trading, and we'll see you again soon in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.